Hello, my friends, and welcome to our Let's React Parasite Mutant. This is a game that I knew nothing about, and I don't think I would have known anything about if Google didn't spy on you. Because I was talking with ASAP about Parasite Eve the other day because we both love Parasite Eve. Zappa co-hosted our Parasite Eve 1 and 2 playthroughs on the channel. And we fully played through the game, got all the endings, had a lot of fun with it, kind of ignored the existence of the third birthday. One of these days we may have to go back and torture ourselves with it. But we love Parasite Eve. And after that conversation with ASAP on Discord, I was scrolling through Google on my phone, and a article popped up from Gaming Bible. And the article was called Resident Evil meets Parasite Eve in Stunning New RPG. But the tagline, glad to know someone still remembers that Parasite Eve slaps. And the article written by Lewis Parker. We'll look at the article after the trailer, but I saw this and it was published in September 29th. So it's been a couple weeks since this article went live and I didn't know about it. And YouTube then recommended me the trailer because I clicked on this link. And I want to see the trailer. I want to see how this spiritual successor to Parasite Eve looks. So if you're like me and you love Parasite Eve and you have no idea what this game is, let's take a look together at it. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. We take a look at this trailer. Oh! A body part laying there. Okay, yeah, instantly Parasite Eve vibes. Just in the girl too. I don't mean to rewind it so soon, but I mean that kind of looks like Aya Brea. I know it's not Aya Brea. They're not going to. It's not a direct sequel because obviously they probably don't have the rights for it. But that kind of looks like Aya Brea. Oh. Okay, so I never played the original Resident Evils, but this looks like Resident Evil as well, and that looks like Parasite Eve, so I can see what they're talking about the crossover here. And not just that, but the gameplay element here. That right there. That bubble that happened. That right there looks exactly like something out of Parasite Eve. And she has HP, EP, commands, melee, and shoot. Looks like she has an assault rifle as well. A knife on her back. A little friend following her around. I mean, these look like, you could say these look like Resident Evil Parasite Eve. That one looks more like Parasite Eve. That looks like Parasite Eve as well. Okay, so again, you can change who you shoot at. This, I'm so getting Parasite Eve vibes from this. Ooh, that. Oh, hold the phone. First off, that was amazing. This like ninja thing that she did with the weapon, but then. If you look, the little guy is actually helping her fight. So it's not just her that's fighting on the map. It's also the little guy. What are these things? I mean, are these like biomutants? Are they mitochondriac braided creatures? I mean, they look like a zombie almost, except that looks like a giant spider. I'm not happy about that. As long as there's no giant cockroaches, I think I'll be okay. But that looks like a giant spider. Ah! Oh! As soon as I said that, I just realized she's fighting a giant cockroach. Ah! Sorry, if there's two things that will terrify me in a horror game. The first is children of any kind. For some reason, you add a child to a horror game and it makes the game so much more horrific. The second is giant bugs, especially cockroaches. Oh, God, oh my God. I still remember fighting the giant cockroach in the Chrysler building, and I literally like turned away from the screen and had Zappa tell me where to fire because I don't want to fight the dang thing. Different types of weapons. Oh, look at that. Oh. So are these the antagonists? This is the second time now we've seen this girl in white hair, and she's accompanied by another ninja-like character. Whoa! It's like something out of Alien. Giant mechs? What is this place? Hold on. So her name is Nova, and this seems to be her room. So a futuristic looking place, especially with that first aid kit over there. Mission takes priority, don't waste time. So she has an associate named Kay. What other things do we see here? The Columbus newspaper of some kind. Defiance and Chaos at 9/11 Court. Rich Niche, the Columbus Stalker. A whole new thing. What a weird way to describe your paper. Yeah, this looks almost futuristic, but at the same time, Chaos at 9/11 Court? What is that implying? Oh, so there's multiple of those little guys. Oh, of course we have traditional puzzles. Oh, okay, hold on. So we have equipment, chip, skill, target, file, maps. Plus point will be stacked and injected, and that weapon will be consumed. That's the tools from the original Parasite Eve, where you can move part of a gun to another gun. So if they have that, maybe they have modifiers as well. And there you can see the plus points, the level ups. You can put the points in directly. What the bloody? Oh! Giant monster kaiju tentacle octopus Cthulhu? Like, what the heck is this game? We got supernatural, Stephen King-ish nightmares, robots. Oh, that was cool. So Parasite Eve powers, super charge up, and now a flame cone. That looks amazing. Sky Amusement Park. Ooh. That looks like Liberation. Parasite Mutant. Even the name there. That looks like Parasite Eve. It also looks like Resident Evil in a way. So, that tagline of Parasite Eve meets Resident Evil. I haven't played the original Resident Evil, so I don't have the basis to speak on how much this looks like original Resident Evil, but it definitely looks like original Parasite Eve, and I'm really blown away by this. So let me go ahead and pull up that article that we saw, or that I saw, and we'll go through it. Also, I just noticed as well that this game is on Steam, so you can go ahead and register for it. We'll check the Steam page out as well. So over here at the Steam page, and we can see some images. So there's that the field of command, so to speak, the targeted areas, subway tunnels. Here's that mysterious lady who seems to be our antagonist of some sort. Pictures from the trailer. A beautiful shot right there. So there's an open, I don't think it's an open world aspect. I think you just go to a place and you run the place, but you have more areas that you can probably go than original. Okay, so that's all the screenshots. And of course they do have the trailer that I just showed here as well. Parasite Mutant is a survival horror RPG that uses an active time chain system. Players play as Psionic Agent Nova, who's on a mission to investigate a mysterious abandoned island city, eventually leading her to uncover a hidden conspiracy in secret, changing her life completely. This is made by Ice Muna. I've never heard of them directly, but psionic powers, in a way, I think you could kind of describe Aya as having psionic powers. So yeah, add to wish list, absolutely. I should go ahead and do that. Also gonna hit this follow button because I want to know more about this game. A quick update from us. Hello everyone, it's been about 10 days since we opened up the store page for Parasite Mutant. The response has surpassed all our previous releases, thank you so much. You showed me I'm not alone. Many of you share this taste and vision. The idea began in 2019, but I lacked the confidence to start. In 2024, after finishing Frontier Hunter, we finally had the means, and I pushed the project forward out of pure passion. I love it when a developer talks about the passion. I felt the same when I was talking about Skyworld 64 with Jackson G's video. At first, the vision was hard to share. I'm the only one who lived through that era, but I made a firm call and aligned the team. Your enthusiasm has now won everyone over. We're all in. We won't let the hype carry us away. Our principles work within our means. This is an indie game. We won't chase AAA level visual. I think the game looks beautiful. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous just the way it is. Keep the scope tight. A compact, refined RPG. Completion and stability come first. I'll keep nostalgia in check to avoid delays. Hey, if you want to delay this Taki, make sure what you release is the best that you can release. If it takes an extra month to fine-tune it to make it better, take that extra month. I don't want companies releasing things that aren't done yet. Just take the extra time to make it the best experience from day one. I ask you that, so please take your time. This looks amazing. I'm really excited about this. We did see that this is on PlayStation as well. So I noticed the Steam page, but obviously, you know, this is coming out on PlayStation. It looks like it's probably gonna come out on Xbox too, because I mean it supports Xbox controller, but is on the PC. I would imagine if it's coming out on console, that it would come out on all the consoles. Parasite Mutant is a sci-fi horror RPG set in the distant future. Psionic Agent Nova was sent on a mission to an abandoned and secluded island city filled with horrifying creatures that, knowing what happened on the island, will completely change your fate. The combat system. Parasite Mutant uses ATC Active Time Change, which combines the popular Active Time Battle system used in RPGs of the late 90s in a 3-segment chain system. Players will need to time the actions on each segment to decide whether they want to save their energy and do a chain release. As the gauge fills up, players will need to dodge many enemy attacks and launch their attack at the best possible time. We hope that this little innovation virus will bring an enjoyable and pleasant experience to our players. Parasite Mutant uses a semi-realistic anime art style, scroll down a bit, and utilizes modern rendering techniques to give our players a HD visual experience. Additionally, we have introduced a retro filter and CRT filter to bring players back to the late 90s to 2000s. I don't know if I'm really into that when developers do things like that. Yeah, I mean, the retro is nice and all back then, but I'd rather just play the game like this, because this looks beautiful. Like, this looks amazing. Now, I don't mean to say these are negatives, but if I could have them concentrate on one thing over the other, I'd rather make this game the best it can possibly be first and then add extra stuff onto it. The languages supports 13 other languages amongst major languages, which is really, really good to see. And the release date coming soon. Yeah, I just learned about this, a little bit while ago when I saw there was a trailer. I knew how to make a video. Let's check out that website that I mentioned earlier. I'll have a link to this website in the description below, but this article written by Lewis Parker. This upcoming Resident Evil and Parasite Eve inspired game is taking said inspiration to the extreme, but you can hardly blame them considering how long it's been since we received a game for the latter franchise. We took the early Resident Evil games and built them in the same engine that Final Fantasy VII used. You'd end up with something that looked a lot like Square's 1998 classic Parasite Eve. Both Parasite Eve and Parasite Eve 2 never quite matched up to the same level of popularity as Capcom's Resident Evil series, but they sold well enough at the time and earned themselves some die-hard fans in the process, me included. However, following the slightly disappointing critical success of The Third Birthday, the PSP title that served as the third entry in the Parasite Eve series, it seems that Square Enix isn't keen to work on a fourth Parasite Eve title, which is a shame because it's not even called Parasite Eve 3. It's like they knew this wasn't a great idea, so they just called it The Third Birthday instead of Parasite Eve 3. Yeah. God, I hate how that game killed the series because, man, this was a great series. It was so good. That's probably why another dev has decided to take upon themselves to produce a spiritual successor to the game, and a handful of Parasite Eve fans that remain seem pretty excited that someone is picking up Square Enix's slack. Parasite Mutant is an upcoming turn-based survival horror from developer and publisher Ice Citruna, and it's coming to Steam and PlayStation 5 sometime in 2026. Okay, so I guess I was wrong about coming to Xbox, but maybe it still will. Obvious meaning, inspiration aside, the thing that truly ties Parasite Mutant to Parasite Eve is its active time battle system. If you've not played Parasite Eve, the best comparison I can probably think of is Chrono Trigger. Your attacks and actions are still made in sort of a turn-based RPG fashion, but the combat still flows in real time. Of course, Parasite Eve took things a step beyond Chrono Trigger in this respect, because you also had to position yourself in real time during fights too. Yes, which is really cool. Parasite Eve is amazing. Over on the r/gaming subreddit, fans mostly seem thrilled that someone out there hasn't forgotten about Parasite Eve. Several times over the past few days, I brought up Parasite Eve and how it's a shame they're not really anything like it today. I'm so happy to now find out about this game. Really hope they do a good job. Commented user Metal Gear Torb. Yar! Definitely going to have to check it out. Looks pretty cool, replied user Mikon77. This is such great news. That means we have 2 Parasite Eve Spiritual Successor Lords, 2? And they both look amazing. The dozen of us who are great PE fans are going to be any good, commented user Evo EC. What the heck, 2? In case you're curious which game that last comment is referring to, they're talking about .45 Parabellum Bloodhound, which also seems to be drawing inspiration from Parasite Eve's battle system. I've never heard of that one before. Maybe I'll do a separate react video to that and compare the 2 games. But already, this game here, Parasite Monster, looks incredible. Hopefully this oddly timed influx of Parasite Eve inspired titles will prove popular so Square Enix can inspire themselves to produce a 4th entry in the series. Although I very much doubt that will be the case considering every new Final Fantasy game continues to make bank on release. Well, why can't Parasite Eve make bank on release? Why can't they just do a Parasite Eve duology collection? You know, upscale it, remaster it, but don't remake it. I don't think it needs a remake. I think Parasite Eve 2 would be a good remake. Like, if you took Parasite Eve 2, and from the trailers I've seen of Resident Evil 2, if you made Parasite Eve 2 into a game like that, I think that could work. But I'm kind of leery on remakes because I wasn't a fan of Final Fantasy VII's remake at all. And I'd much rather just see a remaster or a port. I was able to enjoy Legend of Dragoon, ported to the PlayStation. And I never played it before, and I had a lot of fun playing it, and I thought that was amazing. Why not just do something like that? You don't need to remake every game. You don't need to remaster every game. Just make every game available for people to play and experience, because that's how you bring in new fans. So, are you like this? Are you like me, my friends? You see, I'm so excited I can barely talk. I was about to say, so are you like this excited like me? And I lost my train of thought because, dang it, I'm excited. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to Parasite Monster. I will check out .45 Parabellum Bloodhound sometime, but based on what I've seen, that this game looks incredible. Go follow and wishlist this game on Steam if you're excited like I am. Let the developers know, hey, there's people who want to see this. And I am so excited that, yeah, give this to me now. If you have not seen Parasite Eve before, if you go to our description below, there is a website for www.FlightlessBirdGaming. www.tinyurl.com/FlightlessBirdGaming. I told you, I'm so excited I can barely talk. If you click on that link, there is a spreadsheet that has every single one of the playthroughs that we've done on this channel. A lot easier to search through than the YouTube system. You can just click on the title and go directly to the game and the playthrough. We have Parasite Eve 1 and 2 on there. Also, if you check out A Zappa, he does Parasite Eve quite a lot as well. And you can find him by scrolling to the bottom of my page to friend to the channel. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. If you like what we do here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up to like the video and subscribe. And I can't wait for more Parasite Eve. Even if it's not Parasite Eve, I can't wait for more things like Parasite Eve because I love this series and I want more like that. Until next time, my dear friends, have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.